morning, Lakeland, and yes, we have officially figured out what our problem was. It was the XLR microphone cable, wasn't it, Steph?
Woohoo!
But sorry about that. We had to take care of that real quick. Now, Steph was one of our DJs for a while. She's moved on to Bowling Green. Why are you looking at me like that?
My name.
Oh, yes. Miss Lady Kisarmi, DJ Lady Kisarmi. You've had 3 or 4 names over the years. So just wanted to bring you up here. We actually had breakfast at Denny's, so that was nice. Woo. So the Nintendo Switch is coming out pretty soon.
It's out.
Or it is out. But for me, I don't get the hype. I don't.
Well, here, I'm gonna go with the pros first about this.
Okay.
Okay. My home situation right now is that my mom has a ton of stuff where me and my brother used to play the games.
Mm-hmm.
So that room's out. So the only place I left to play is my computer room monitor, which is my mom's right now. So that's where I have my old game systems hooked up to. So if you're in that bundle where you can't get access to a TV or something, then Nintendo Switch is for you. Because it comes with its own monitor, you can put the controllers on it, and you can play it like that, or you can play it in tabletop mode. You only get 2 hours of battery life off of it before you have to plug it in, and you can't charge it on tabletop. That's some of the cons here. But overall, that's what the hype is that you can play this anywhere in the world you want. You can play it in the hotel without hooking up to a TV. You can take it on an airplane, bus, etc.
So have you played the Switch yet?
Here's why I won't buy the Switch.
Oh, okay.
Okay? As I mentioned some of the cool features about it,
Mm-hmm.
Now the controller can fit my hand. It probably won't fit your hand. It's made for a child. Nintendo, in its history of gaming library, is always meant for the family.
Mm-hmm.
There have been some adult titles, but other systems have gone full out. Sega had 3 adult titles that got nailed, one of them which was Mortal Kombat, with obvious reasons. They had their own game rating system, but it was too vague. They got nailed by Congress for violent video games, or video games with adult content in it. Let's be general here. So adult content can be anything, but I can't mention some of the adult stuff further out, other than the violence part. But in general, that's what nailed Sega, and that's why we have the game rating system we have today. Nintendo doesn't put out too many adult games. Some of the titles that I remember are Conker's Bad Fur Day, Perfect Dark, Turok. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. And they did come out with the first-person shooter game with GoldenEye.
Mm-hmm.
That was made for a console, and they had Mission Impossible. But those are some of the only the violent ones I remember playing. But most of the time, it's family-friendly. No blood, no extreme violence, just comic violence, and no alcohol, etc.
Like your Super Smash Brothers.
Yeah, that's an okay game for them. But having Perfect Dark out on their system with blood splatter, foul language that you can turn off, but most people won't, or don't know how, which is it's somewhere in the settings. But those are the kind of things you don't bring home to mother. Those are the things she whines about. So you won't never find Grand Theft Auto on that system ever. And as I'm getting older, I discovered Assassin's Creed. You won't find that game on there anywhere. Because some of the way the knives land in people's bodies, I won't go into that detail.
Let's stop right there on that.
But just where it lands, it's kind of gruesome and graphic, and no parent wants their kid playing that.
Right.
So with that being said, Nintendo is made for children and the family.
Yes.
It's basically for the lazy parent who doesn't want to monitor what their kids are bringing home from the mall.
I mean, for me, I have a Nintendo Wii. If you played me at Wii Sports in bowling or golf, you would probably lose. I can average about 250 in bowling with the curveball. But
I did get a 300.
I've thrown 6 300s. and 6 holes in one in
Wow.
golf. With a low score of 8 under and 9 holes. But that's not. We're not talking. We're here to talk about me. We're talking about gaming stuff. So, do you have your eyes on a game in the near future? Just out of curiosity, are
Um,
you? First of all, are you a PlayStation, or are you Xbox, or are you Nintendo? You're
so
not Nintendo.
as of right now, if I'm gonna get a Nintendo, I'll let my parents waste the money on it. Because right now, there's only two games I want to play: Splatoon 2, which I saw for the Wii U, the first one, and it looked really awesome. I really wanted to play it.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's Zelda. I'm
Mm,
a huge Zelda fan. Yes, I'm the girl with the Legend of Zelda sword, the Master Sword to be correct,
mm.
from the Ocarina of Time in their room from a medieval fair. Yeah, I love Zelda, but I'm not gonna waste my money, which I average about. For me, it's 2.5 paychecks because that's pretty much what it costs.
Mm-hmm.
So that's $500
Mm-hmm.
for a system, and then just play for two games.
Right.
Right now, its library is very weak. There's Unless you have children,
Right.
the library is weak, and I just don't see them putting out adult games ever. So that's why I'm eyeing up PlayStation or Xbox, but Xbox has a better retro gaming system than the PlayStation, although PlayStation has more graphics. But right now, I have to wait until June to see what this Project Scorpio is all about. So
But
Xbox is holding this decision up real good.
so I don't know what this Project Scorpio. I've never heard of it,
Unless you're on top of gaming technology,
which I'm
which,
not.
yes, you're on top of everything else.
Technology wise, it can be, yeah.
Project Scorpio was announced back in November of 2016, which they are bragging about this wonderful brand new system that's supposed to be a monster.
Okay.
There's been some speculation about an 800 price tag.
Jeez,
I could, I just think that's a little expensive for a gaming system.
I do too.
They know that they put that price out, nobody's gonna buy it
Right.
except for really rich dumb people.
Uh, I wouldn't use that terminology necessarily.
But you get the point.
Yeah, I mean, I get the point, but I still wouldn't use.
No gaming system is worth $800 unless you paint that thing in gold.
Or you build it in gold.
Yeah, unless every component in there is made of gold, which I'm sure it's not.
Sure.
It's not worth $800. I'm thinking more about $600 range.
Okay.
That's a good 3 paychecks for me.
So what's your favorite game that you've ever played? I have a couple from a few different gaming systems, but I want to hear yours first.
Oh gosh, there's so many great games I played.
Time to put you on the spot.
I'm going to say the best one I've ever played. It's one of the N64's raunchy titles.
Oh boy.
Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Oh, okay.
They rolled out. There was no limitation what they did with this game,
Right.
except they didn't have the characters actually swearing, but they had in wingdings. But you get the point.
Right.
I can't go into detail some of my favorite parts, but let's just say we have a drunk squirrel doing something that you normally get arrested for.
Jeez.
So that they have a guy may like this, a flower with huge,
Okay, stop there.
yes, I'm stopping there. They just had a lot of hilarious stuff in the game you normally wouldn't find in video games, and since Nintendo released it, it's like they actually let this game out.
Yeah. Well, I mean that's a Nintendo 64 game, but you look over the years at how Nintendo has, I guess you could use the word evolved here. They went from making that game in the 90s, say 97, 96,
Towards the end of the N64's lifetime.
which would have been maybe early 2000s.
Yeah, that sounds about
Maybe.
right.
Although my girlfriend still has a functioning Nintendo 64, I'm proud to say it.
Same here.
Nice. I think personally my favorite game overall may surprise you. I'm a big racing guy. I've always been into NASCAR,
Something
and
NASCAR.
no, not necessarily NASCAR related, but I've been a fan of the Gran Turismo series for PlayStation
The
for
what now?
ages. It's called Gran Turismo. It's a
I think I
racing.
may have heard of it, but it's not ringing a bell right now.
It's a game where you start out with a basic car, like one of the cars I remember because I've been playing Gran Turismo since the Gran Turismo 3 PlayStation 2 days. The first car I ever got was a minifan on the game because they only give you like 20,000 credits to start out with. And as you build up, as you start winning races, you get credits and you get better cars. But in the later games, which my Gran Turismo 5 is my all-time favorite, you get you can race a NASCAR car, you get Indy cars, you get your Corvettes, your Maseratis, your Lamborghinis, your
Nice.
you name it, and they've got it.
Yep. I'm a Need for Speed person, so usually they have like they don't tell you what the fastest car is, but they usually have it hidden. Need for Speed Underground 2. The fastest car was was one of the very first cars that they showed you.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, so when I go back to play it, I always pick that car because I know it's gonna get better,
Mm-hmm.
and it does.
See, I've never been a big Need for Speed fan. If I was gonna race something like a street racing game, I would go for Midnight Club. Like Midnight Club 3, Midnight
Yeah, a
Club
lot
3
of
Dub
people seem
Edition.
to like that.
I've and then the ATVs. I love ATV racing games, especially PS2 ATV on for Fury 2, which comes with the video game with the video gaming system.
Mhm.
Did you have something you wanted to say? Because I saw you put your.
No, that's a trick we do in radio class.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
this measures like 6 inches.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
You
I've
never
never
took
done that.
vocalization,
No.
have you?
Can you tell?
Yes.
Okay, you're right. I haven't. I never took a vocal, but what a great shameless plug for the audio program here at school. They do have audio programs. We do have video programs here, I believe. And I wish Dr. Hill or somebody was
Only
here
the
to.
basic classes are up and running. Anything else beyond that?
I don't know about that anymore.
Because every time I try a side for audio 4, there's not enough people.
Well, I don't know about all that anymore. I think it's grown a lot over the last couple of years or last year or so since you
I'm surprised.
departed us and went to Bowling Green.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
But in case anybody's wondering, you're home on spring break.
Yes.
So this is like a one-shot deal for you. So thank you for coming
You're
on.
welcome. Now,
But go ahead.
back on the gaming topic.
Yes, please.
So, pretty much, PlayStation has good graphics.
Yes.
They have a nice VR system
Yes.
with nice controller wands to go along with that.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice. They have very nice exclusive games, and I can't really think of the other one, but pretty much overall, all my friends like PlayStation. They want me to get a PS4, but it's like you don't have the back catalog that Xbox has. Xbox, I can go back and play Perfect Dark Zero,
Mm-hmm.
which is part of the Perfect Dark franchise, as well as Banjo and Kazooie 3,
Right.
which was set to be on GameCube, but they got bought out by Microsoft from Nintendo.
Okay.
So I like a lot of the Rare games. That's what I grew up on with N64, and they made some of the best games for that system.
Have you looked into emulators?
Yes, I have Project 64,
Nice.
and I also have 1964, which allows you to use the mouse as the joystick. So it's
Okay.
good for when you have to play Mario Party 1.
Nice.
You know the mini raft game?
Oh yeah. Forgot about that.
Yeah, you need that emulator for it.
Jeez.
Don't try doing that with the keyboard. It sucks.
So, what do you feel like is the worst game you've ever played? I have a few opinions on this myself, but it doesn't matter what the operating system is. If you're talking or operating system, gaming system, if you're talking about computer game, we're talking about
No, I know
PlayStation 4,
exactly what it is.
PlayStation 3. Go ahead.
Yes, I do have a buyer's regret.
Do you? Hi, Mike.
Hey, Mike.
This is our new DJ.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, cool.
You introduced us at the Hayrides.
That's right, I forgot.
Yeah. And we also hung out together at Star Wars
Nice.
with Rini.
Nice. So, what's your opinion on the worst video game you've ever...
Papa the Rapper 2.
Why do you pick that as your bad video game?
That was one of those things where why I was a little kid, I was super obsessed with it, but now it's like, why? Why did I buy this? Usually I don't have gamer's regret. I don't. But this one I do.
Mike, you got a video game that you absolutely regret playing over the years? Or absolutely regret buying over the years?
Not that I can think of, but I'm sure there's something.
And when I was a little kid, I was into the backyard baseball, backyard football games.
I love those. They're still good games.
They are. One of the worst ones I'd ever played was backyard hockey, though. Backyard hockey, I could not get into it. I spent $40, $50 on that game, and it just was absolutely terrible. But I used to be very good at the backyard baseball, where I would win games like 150 to 12. So my pitching wasn't the best, but I could hit offense on that game like nobody's business. 150 to 12 was my average
Guess
score.
whose birthday it is?
Yours.
No. Remember Najada?
Yeah.
It's his brother's birthday.
Okay.
That's
forget
what
his brother's
Facebook was
name.
reminding me about.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Yes, Stephanie's phone was singing to us in the background. Mike, question for you. Do you have a favorite video game? Series, system?
Oh, well, series would be Legend of Zelda,
Okay.
followed by probably Total War
What system was that on?
PC.
PC? Okay. I've never been a big PC gamer guy, personally.
I fell out with consoles when, after Wii. I had a Wii, I never got a PS3, and I just never got anything since then.
Okay. See, Stephanie here is trying to figure out whether she wants a PS3, PS3,
PS4.
PS4, Xbox One, or if she should wait for this Project Scorpion or whatever it is. That's
Scorpio.
coming. Scorpio.
Yeah, I don't know, because...
Just because, right?
Yeah, just like the industry and how it is now. I mean, if they didn't just announce like new consoles, it might be an easier decision.
Right.
I'm really annoyed because the PS3 still costs over $100. It shouldn't.
Right. I mean, I have PS3 at my house. I don't play it as much as I used to, just because that's the way it is. But yeah. So unfortunately, the 11 o'clock hour is up, Steph.
Ah, nuts.
But before we turn the board and everything over to Mike, there's one thing that you need to hear. Well, Mike will be back momentarily, ladies and gentlemen. Livestream.com/likeeffect. First, second, four breakers. Here we go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Our legroom problem is tough.
I like being able to fire people.
The good news is you're fired.
You're fired.
You're fired.
You're fired. You're fired.
I know why jobs come and why they go.
Go, you're fired.
You're fired.
You're fired.
I'm gonna need your key card.
I know how jobs are created and how jobs are lost.
Piggy, you are fired! You are fired! Piggy, you are fired! Fired!
I understand how jobs come and how jobs go.
You're fired!
I like being able to fire people.
And with that, till we meet again, everybody.